Merry meet and welcome to our stream, everybody. This is Ariel Gatoga, and we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. This is a general reading for today, the 10th of November, 2023. Moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Jennifer, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Dre. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you so much, Dre. And thank you to everybody for joining us today. I'm reading with a new deck. This is the Soprafina della Rocco that's been repainted by this artist. It's a beautiful deck. I do have a problem with it, though, and that is these keywords. I don't like keywords on my cards, but I'm gonna just deal with it because they're so pretty. Let's purify with this Vervain by L'Occitane. 3 sprays in this room is more than sufficient. And like I said, this is a general reading. It's for all signs, and it's going out to everybody, whether you're watching live or whether you're on a restream. And so that does end up going out to a lot of people. So if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you, it may not be meant for you. In that case, if it's not your reading, just disregard it. And check out the Zodiacal readings for your individual sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign, all of which are available for easy restream on our website, ariels-corner.com, Ariel's Corner with a hyphen.com. Click on the free online tarot readings link right in the main menu. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, go ahead and follow us on Twitch, and you can watch on Twitch without any ads when you subscribe to us on Twitch. I don't read with card reversals, so don't worry about it. Everything comes out just fine the way I read it. Some people love reversals, and that's great too. I just don't care for them. I got out of that habit years ago just because a lot of the decks I read with can't be reversed, so I just stopped using them. If you'd like to give us a donation, you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga. If you're watching live on YouTube, you could use a super sticker or super chat. If you're on our website, ariels-corner.com, you can find other kinds of donation options in the footer. You can buy this deck and or this perfume that I used today by looking at the affiliate links right in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. And you will see it's a very beautiful deck. I just wish they had a version of it without the darn keywords, because I don't always agree with the keywords. And then the keywords tend to be a distraction. And then people look at the keywords and they say, yeah, but it says this. And, so keywords, please, just no. Just no keywords. They're great for people that like them. I just don't like them myself. Let's see what we've got. See, it's right here. Stinginess. Are you serious with that? Stinginess and charity. 6 of coins. 10 of wands. So they're trying to make this. They're trying to make this so that it's reversible too. Annoying. Okay, and then the Queen of Coins. So the 6 and the Queen of Coins are a powerful combination, because this is you nurturing your prosperity, and this here is the solar light doing everything else that you can't. So like let's look at it maybe as if you're planting a seed in the ground. You do the nurturing, you do the watering, you do the weeding, and then when it comes up, you do the pruning, you do the harvesting, all of that stuff, but you don't do the growing. You don't do the germinating. You don't do the sunlight, right? So there's a anybody that's worked in agriculture knows that there's a type of agriculture magic that you can do that helps you to have your crops thrive even better than if you just took care of them yourself. So this is a very, very powerful combination to have in a reading. Now, the 10 of Wands tends to talk about overwork and burden. Too much burden on you, and not only just overwork, but carrying around burdens that don't belong to you. And so the part of the unburdening is this solar light over here, realizing that you're nurturing things in this world is not the same as you're being responsible for their existence. Right? You can nurture the seeds, but you're not responsible for the seed being able to take root. Right. So a lot of what we take on as burdens in our lives are none of our business. They really are not our concern. And the reason why many of us are always having so much fatigue and so many problems, health problems, financial problems, interpersonal problems. Sometimes that has to do with us carrying burdens that we were never meant to carry. You can't feel, it's just as silly for us to carry the burdens that we carry sometimes as us to feel like it's our responsibility to make sure the sun comes up, that it's our responsibility to make sure there's air to breathe. So knowing what's yours and what's not yours. I love the serenity prayer when it comes to those kinds of issues, when you can't seem to get rid of a burden. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Get rid of the burden. Unburden yourself. Cast your burden. I cast this burden on the infinite intelligence that is within me, and I walk free. Okay, we've got a 4 of Cups, we've got the Hanged Man, and we've got the 2 of Cups. Now, 2s tend to be dissatisfaction. It's very different than what you're going to see in a lot of the keywords. 2s tend to be dissatisfaction and or impatience. A lot of times the 2 of Cups is our not feeling good enough about ourselves, our feeling like we should be more, we should have more, we should do more, we should understand better, we should be better. What's wrong with me? Something's wrong with me is sort of the key word for the 2 of Cups sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. And when that's sitting on top of this Queen of Coins, how are you supposed to be a good nurturer if you are constantly throwing yourself into responsibilities that aren't yours? Of course, you're not going to be able to nurture the crops well if you really believe that it's your responsibility to create the soil, to create the water, right? Which when you look at it that way, it seems silly, but it's as if that's how we feel some of the things that we put on our shoulders and take responsibility of. And that's what this Hanged Man is all about. The Hanged Man is a person that just doesn't know how to say no. A person that just can't say no and just like, oh, I guess I'll do it. I guess I'll do it. Well, if you want something done, give it to a busy person. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Stop with the I'll do it. And even if you're not doing that to other people, you might be doing that to yourself. It's saying what you want to focus on is a definite spiritual practice where you can very clearly, succinctly, and consciously hand over these responsibilities to the infinite. Say, take this from me. I don't know how to handle this. This is beyond my pay grade. You take it. And that's what it's there for. And it'll say to you in its own way, gladly, thank you, finally. Let it go. Let's unburden you. And it's up to you to say no. To yourself, it looks like mostly, but also say no to other people. You can say no without being mean. It's not mean to say no. You don't have to worry that you're being mean. Some people are manipulative enough to make you, to hope that they can make you feel like you're being mean when you say no, because they like it much better when you do everything. They like it much better when they can control you. But that's not up to you to worry about. It's up to you to use your sacred power of no. And you say no when you mean no. And only say yes when you mean yes. And if you don't know which you really mean, because you've kind of fooled yourself for so long, you can't tell, is it no, is it yes? You can tell by how you feel. By how you feel. Do you want to do that? Do you really think that that's your responsibility? Then say no if it's no. If you want to do that, if that seems like it's right up your alley, you can't wait to go for it, then you say yes. And sometimes it's not that cut and dry. Sometimes you need to go into that spiritual practice, into that sort of inner silence, and just relax and say, please show me. Please teach me. And very frequently, since especially with the 6 here, that solar light experience is one where everything just needs to be reorganized and reordered for you so that you have the divine design rather than your own design. Your own design is what causes this hanged man experience of where you feel trapped, where you don't have any movement. You can't do anything. Well, why do you feel that way? Because you never said no to it. Because you thought it was your responsibility to do this, or whatever this happens to be. Now, it's interesting. We have two cards of order here. One is spiritual order that you establish, and the other is material order that the infinite establishes. Material meaning the coins, and inner meaning the cups. So it's up to you to develop your own spiritual practice. That's up to you to make that in order. Once you get that order and then you follow that, and again, it doesn't have to be anything major. It just has to be consistent. You don't have to worry about, having like all these very complicated rituals that you do every single day, all the time. That's not what we mean by spiritual practice. But you do need to get quiet every day for a few minutes and listen within and focus your mind. That you do need to do, and that's up to you. And when you do that, then you are allowing yourself to interact with and be in contact with that power that can do for you the things that you are not supposed to do for yourself. Right? But then that solar light floods in. In both ways, you have order. This is spiritual order that's done on your behalf, and this is order that's done by you. So you're creating a spiritual practice every single day. That's the way you're ordering things right now, according to this reading, or what you're being called on to do. And the other order that you can't take care of, the stuff in the physical world that's overwhelming you, is taken care of for you. So that you can do what you're meant to do, and that's nurture, not create, not say yes to everything, not to carry burden, and not to think of yourself as being like missing a piece or something, or being defective because you can't do all of these things that you were never meant to do. Why in the world would you want to have so much burden on your shoulders? Because somebody told you and you bought into that. You don't really want that. You don't want to be burdened. You don't want to be hanging by a foot. So part of the way that you can nurture the things that need to be nurtured is by saying no to the things that are not for you. It's a type of pruning where you prune the dead things off of the flower bush. You prune those. You prune away your tendencies to try to get involved in areas that are not for you, and to allow other people to take advantage of you, which is your responsibility to say no to them. Because the more you don't say no, the more you're training them to do that. It's not their fault anymore if you don't say no. It's not, you can't blame it on them. You can't in secret say, why are they like this? Because you told them to be. You let them be. You gave them permission. In fact, sometimes we overcompensate so much that it's as if they're like, no, I can do it myself. No, let me take care of it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Say no today. There's a meditation on my meditations page. You can find the link to the tarot meditations page in the video description of this and every tarot video on the Hanged Man. It's called Using Your Sacred Power of No. And sometimes you're going to have to say no to yourself. Sometimes you're going to have to say no to other people. But you're always saying no to the things which overburden you. And you're also saying no to the parts of your mind that somehow are trying to convince you that you're defective because you can't do all of the things that you're not supposed to do. Instead, you're going to focus on your spiritual practice, and you're going to allow a lot of those things to be done for you on your behalf. And it doesn't make you lazy to do that. It doesn't make you ineffective. It doesn't make you defective. It makes you extremely wise. And so you're going to do great. Thank you so much for spending a little time with me today. I'll be back for another general reading tomorrow. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators. I think it was Jennifer and Dre. Was that right? Did I do it right? Yes, Jennifer and Dre. Thank you so much, and we'll see everybody tomorrow. Blessed be.